Today we're going to be taking a look at some beautiful plants and decorations to get you in the spirit of the season.
And if this is your first time here, my name is Marlene. Welcome to Marlene's How To's, my home and garden channel.
So after a long day of work, I was ready to go ahead and get my spirits lifted, so I went to one of my favorite places, which is the garden center. And today I was actually at the Home Depot and I was pleasantly surprised by these beautiful whimsical displays that they had for these wonderful evergreen trees. And the price was $49.98. And of course, these are wonderful to put on your porch or even inside your home. And of course, when the spring comes around, you can go ahead and plant them outside, or you can donate them to someone else who might. So I thought it was so whimsical and so cute. And of course, they had the ones with the red bows on there. And these are some other types that they had right here. A smaller type if you wanted that for $21.98. So, they're different sizes depending on what your budget is. Just such a cute little Christmas tree. And of course, it's evergreen, so that's always a wonderful thing for gardeners. Next, we have these. These are some boxwoods right here. And these make great hedging plants. Of course, you start them off as decorations. And you can always, add little things, ornaments, and so on to make it, in your own, your own style. They have beautiful containers down here as well. And these were for $29.98. And of course, they make great hedging plants. When the spring comes around, you can always put them out and get them going that way. Now here's one of my favorite winter flowers, and this would be the camellia. I love them. They bloom either in late fall, or some of the species they bloom in the winter. So they're going when most things are not flowering at that point. So that's a wonderful thing. $29.98. And if you didn't know, by the way, camellia is the same family as the green tea that you drink. Same family of plants. And of course, with the cold weather, there's always going to be pansies available, and these are absolutely wonderful. They have some flats here, and you can still plant them if the ground is not frozen over in your area because they can tolerate the cold. Usually I'd say maybe to around 20 degrees Fahrenheit, they should be okay. And these wonderful kale right here are pretty much in the same boat. And if you wanted to see how to plant some of these, I'll link this video at the end for you, so that way you can see how I did it, the step-by-step guides to help you along there. So now I'm making my way to head on inside, and as you can see here, they also had some cute little decorations on there. So just different types and sizes to beautify your space. So first thing I saw was these right here, and I thought these were so nice. This would be perfect like for your porch. And this is pretty large. The camera angle doesn't pick it up as well. This is actually for $129.98. But of course, look at the size right there. See how big these cones are? They're large. And this was maybe like about 3.5 feet off the ground. So it was a pretty decent height. And everything there is pretty much real, except for I think the berries are not. But even the woods that you see there, those are, the small trees that they cut the branches off of them. Of course, you have the cones as well there, those large cones, and even some berries are on of some of the evergreens right there. So they're absolutely gorgeous. I love them. They beautify them with the bow and the snowflake. And if you wanted something that's a little bit smaller, then they have some here. These were for $29.98. Same rule applies. These may be good for like a tabletop, if you wanted something festive but in a smaller size. And I really like this decoration right here. They got some more trees and just, cut the branches and roll them together like that. $14.98. And this would be good maybe next to your fireplace, or maybe, on your porch, something like that. And these I thought were quite whimsical, for the kids at heart. And not a bad price there either, $49.98. And this is not sponsored. I'm just going through and enjoying the wonderful things that I'm seeing here. And I'm telling you, my mood has already been lifted. I just feel so happy. And, it's so calming. It's wonderful. This right here is a very large wreath, maybe like about 3 feet across. So it's something maybe more commercial, or if you have like a very high, you have a high house, like, 2 stories, and it has a large area you can fit it in, it would be perfect. And of course, you can always dress it up the way that you want. And over here, these were some garlands. These are pine. And I just love to see when they're draped like over a door, from side to side, how beautiful they look. So here you go. If you're thinking of doing something like that, then this would be perfect for you, and looks really nice and fresh. And over here, I really like this one. I think maybe next year, since I did mine already. If you've been following my videos, you know that I decorated my porch already, but I think that this would be perfect. I just love the fullness of it, how thick it is, and it just has that great versatility. So very, very beautiful there. And over here we have, these are some Fraser fir. These are a little bit more loose, a little bit larger, but just as beautiful. Very, very nice. I love them. And I mean, it doesn't have to be a lot that you put on there. Just maybe even a bowl would work very well for these. So making my way further inside were some beautiful poinsettia arrangements here. That price right there is actually for the pines that are behind there. There's not for the poinsettias. And you can see that they put those together with some chrysanthemums. So the red and the white, the standard Christmas color, I thought was very, very striking. Very, very beautiful. $24.98. And remember, the guys, that these are actually the poinsettias, that they're tropical flowers. So if the temperatures are more than 50 degrees, you will not want to keep them outdoors. You'll want to bring them inside. And they had some smaller ones over here that were for $12.98. So depending on your budget, you can get something that's a little bit smaller. But these are pretty beautiful too. You can see how they dressed them up there with those coils in there. And these are a little unusual. I'd never seen this one before, I don't think. Very, very pretty. They have that kind of a ruffled look. So if you wanted something that's a little bit different, this would definitely work. So I thought that was, a little bit nice. And as far as the price, $19.98. Now this one right here, this is so wonderful and so dramatic. You just put this one piece in a center area of your, of your living room maybe, where there's some light, and you've hit the mark right there. And just to say that, I do lots of gardening videos. So if you do like that, you like flowers, you can go ahead and hit the subscribe button and tap on the notification bell so you never miss an upload. And then further in we went, and here are some beautiful cactus plants, Christmas cactus. And aren't these absolutely gorgeous? I love them. And this is something that's going to be with you for years and years. And they'll get bigger and bigger. They'll hang over more. They're cascading. They'll hang over a little bit more over to the side. So this is an absolutely wonderful idea to give for a gift to someone or gift yourself. And even over here, you can see that they have these are like white, little blush of pink is on them though. So if you wanted something a little bit more milder, in a more warm, white area of the spectrum, then that would be the one for you. And speaking of that, here they had some white poinsettias, and this was in a large container because it's pretty big. So, I thought it was very fancy. I like the pot that is in. So if you wanted to have, the more white ones, along that kind of a palette, then this would be a good one for you. And a special thanks to Valerie Paul for her super thanks. I appreciated that so much. It helps to encourage me and keep me going along on my journey on this channel. So thank you so much for that. Now, if you like tropical plants like this pothos right here, then here's another nice little setup. So instead of doing a regular tree, this is something that's a little bit outside of the box, thinking outside the box. And I thought it was very cute, and it, it works really well if that's kind of, what you would be looking for. And for those who like succulents, you can give someone a succulent maybe for like their workstation or somewhere even in their home for their plant stand. And just to show you the scale of it, I put my hand so you can see the size of it there. And over here we have some anthuriums, another tropical plant here again. So these again will need to be inside once you're, 50 degrees or lower. And they're also called a flamingo flower as well too. Over here now are some large cones. Look how big this is beside my hands. Very, very large. So you can maybe just hang one of these with a really nice bow on it. And they're using different colors here depending on what you want to do. But you can just put a nice big red bow on there, and that alone would be enough, to put in different areas of your home. And since we're looking at cones, just to show you these right here, 2 for $10 is what they had. And it smells so nice over here. I'm telling you, this really helps to lift your mood. And of course, pine cones are very versatile. You've seen me use them in so many ways over the years on my videos, at Christmas time. You can paint them or do whatever you like. And there are some more poinsettias on further inside here. You can see they have a coral colored one right there, the white ones, of course, and the standard red poinsettias. And these were pretty large. I think these would be a really nice gift, maybe like for a friend or maybe for a neighbor, or just, to make your house really fancy. And these can be used in commercial areas too, like maybe an office building or something like that, where you want to, make the entryway really nice when you enter inside, like a foyer or something like that. It would be perfect for that. Love it. So over here now, I was seeing some hanging baskets, and I thought that these were really nice because typically we don't think of hanging baskets for, the winter time or for Christmas. But I think they definitely hit the mark with this one here with those berries that they have on the evergreens. Just water them or spritz them so they can stay fresh and you'll be good to go. And if you're on the more wide palette side of things, and here are some more evergreen arrangements right here. They put, like the silver ornaments along with the white container and painted the cones white. And of course, the pretty bow that's on there, everything matches up really well. And then they had those berries back there. So it looks really, really nice and very stately, I think. You could tell me, if you choose this one or you prefer the reds. So I'm making my way out, slowly but surely. But these right here, I had to talk about them. These are hellebores and they're winter blooming flowers, which is just so versatile of them. The leaves are tough and they last. They're also called Lenten rose because typically they bloom in the Lenten season. But these are early and they're absolutely wonderful. And by the way, if you wanted to see how I decorated my porch for Christmas using a candy cane style wrap, I'll link that video at the end for you can see a step-by-step on exactly how I did it. And of course, while you're doing your decorations, remember the reasons for the season. It's happy birthday, Jesus. So we're always so thankful for that. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I certainly hope to see you in the next video. Take care.